Please follow the officer's
Occupy
instructions.
NOLA protesters were kicked out of Duncan Plaza, removed from a vacant lot in Central City, and now they're occupying empty land on a net in the 7th Ward.
You know, it's just sitting here getting cut every couple weeks, nothing really doing with it, so we figured we'd come in and we'd occupy.
Protesters say the owner is allowing them to camp out in exchange for their labor, but some neighbors haven't welcomed the group with open arms.
It's unsanitary. If I have to pay $600 to $900 rent, can't you get 4 or 5 of them to rent a house around here and all of them stay in it?
Everybody around here is against this. Everybody.
Derek Millier started a petition to have them removed.
We're going to bring it to City Hall or do whatever we have to do to get rid of it.
The group left this sign behind after being ousted from this vacant lot behind the Gus housing development. Police say they didn't have permission to be here, but that's not the case this time.
Well, I'm their landlord, and they pay me by doing work in my house, and I'm sorry if anybody doesn't like that.
Since the lot is private property and the protesters aren't breaking any laws, police say they have the right to be there.
I don't care if it is private property. The city should come out here and do something about it.
However, neighbors are plotting to have Occupy NOLA occupy somewhere other than their neighborhood. On your side in the 7th Ward, Tiffany Bradley, WDSU News.
Yes, we have.
Chris San Marcos' neighborhood in Old Araby is nice and quiet.
No robberies, no burglaries, no problems.
He credits his Neighborhood Watch program for steering away criminals.
I think the Neighborhood Watch has helped to curb crime in this neighborhood because everybody looks out for each other.
It's a message echoed by St. Bernard Parish Sheriff's Office.
We need the Neighborhood Watch groups, the Nosy Rosies, to be mindful of who's in their neighborhood, what they're up to.
Captain Charles Borges says neighbors who report suspicious activity help catch criminals, just like the arrest of 8 New Orleans men for burglary and theft in St. Bernard Parish back in January. Their arrest stopped a major ring of vehicle thieves, but the sheriff's office says deputies are in need of more support from local communities. Before Katrina, there were at least 150 Neighborhood Watch programs in St. Bernard Parish. That number has drastically declined to 67. The Sheriff's Department is hoping tonight's meeting will encourage more neighbors to get involved.
And the meeting tonight is just for that, to try to bring everybody together to reestablish some of the old neighborhood watches that we maybe haven't heard from for a while.
Borges hopes these neighbors turn into the eyes and ears the community needs.
People can look out for each other, they get to know each other personally, and if somebody's in a neighborhood that doesn't belong, they can pick it up really quick. Willie Muhammad is tired of crime in New Orleans. He's fighting back through a group called the New Orleans Peacekeepers.
This group began in 2009 after the death of a 2-year-old boy who was murdered by his father because he felt that he couldn't pay child support.
Members work to resolve violence before it happens by mediating conflicts in the streets in high crime areas.
Well, we were asking for men, black men in particular, to give up 1 hour on a Saturday to walk through these neighborhoods that are considered to be hotspots.
But even with groups like the Peacekeepers, crime continues to rise in the city. WDSU obtained internal NOPD documents that show an increase from last year in violent crimes, with murder and rape in the double digits citywide. But if you look closely, it's the 2nd District that's driving the spike. There, the murder rate in rape cases increased by 150% or more. Criminologist John Penny says you don't need statistics to tell you crime is up. You just have to listen for the police sirens.
Kind of project what is going to happen from observation, research, given the fact that we have not done some of the things to abate crime.
Dr. Penny stresses the NOPD cannot solve the problem alone.
The community has to get involved. The police department, as well intended as they might be, cannot solve this crime problem.
Getting actively involved is exactly what some neighbors like Muhammad plan to do.
What we're planning to do is come with solutions.
And offer solutions in an effort to trim crime in a city plagued by violence.